Aaron Schust with Ever Be on Shine Worship with Don and Steph.
And it's time for our Church of the Week, where we get to connect with churches in our area and get to know them a little bit better. This week's Church of the Week is Grand Ledge Church of the Nazarene with Pastor Nick Hyland.
All right, Pastor, why don't you introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about your church, where it is, and what time your service time is today.
My name is Nick Hyland. I'm the pastor of Grand Ledge Church of the Nazarene, which is located in Grand Ledge at the corner of Jefferson Hwy and M43. And we have worship services at 10:45 every Sunday.
All right, fantastic. Tell us, what is something about your church that you just absolutely love?
We have a really wonderful missional atmosphere. Part of the mission of the church is, we call it neighbors. We focus on the community around us and look for ways that we can touch lives and impact the community.
That's Pastor Nick Hyland from Grand Ledge Church of the Nazarene in Grand Ledge, Michigan. Keep listening this morning for more of our conversation with Pastor, or you can get more info about our Church of the Week on our website, which is just like our name, shine.fm.
There's a space in every beating heart.
Shine Worship with Don and Steph. Good Sunday morning.
And it's time to continue our conversation with Pastor Nick Hyland from Grand Ledge Church of the Nazarene in Grand Ledge, Michigan.
All right, Pastor Nick, tell us, what is your church's mission statement?
We have a pretty defined mission. Gather, which is a focus on worship. Love, which is a focus on discipleship. Community, which is the internal community of the church. And neighbors, which, like I said, that's focus on reaching out and touching the people around us.
All right, fantastic. Tell us a way that your church has lived out that mission statement within the past year.
We have a mission statement, gathering in Christian love to serve our community and neighbors. And what that does is lays out a roadmap for how we make connections in the church. If you're looking for ways to connect or grow, you look in those four areas: gather, love, community, and neighbors, and look for ways that you can grow in each of those areas. We have categories and ministries in each of those places, and anyone who wants to get a little more involved can look for where they might be low and where they can plug in a little better.
That's Pastor Nick Hyland from Grand Ledge Church of the Nazarene in Grand Ledge, Michigan. Keep listening this morning for more of our conversation with Pastor Hyland, or you can get more info about our Church of the Week on our website, which is just like our name, shine.fm. And it's time for our Church of the Week, where we get to connect with churches in our area. And this week, it is Grand Ledge Church of the Nazarene with Pastor Nick Hyland.
All right, Pastor Nick, why don't you share a little bit of the outreach opportunities that's going on through your church?
We do something called I Love My City, which is also done in the Lansing area. I Love My City is a way of just serving community needs, especially things that might be overlooked. So, for example, this last spring, we got in touch with the city and said, is there anything that a group of 50 volunteers with a bit of a budget could do that the community hasn't been able to do on its own? And they said, we've wanted to prioritize the painting of these great big flower pots all over the community, but we have never been able to allocate the time or the budget to do that. And we went around and looked. There were about 65 of them, and we got a group of 50 volunteers together and about 12 gallons of paint and spent 3 or 4 hours on a Sunday morning painting those flower pots for them. Well, there was a lot of good response as we were doing it. There were lots of people driving by that honked or gave thumbs up, and big community response on Facebook as well. It was good overall. That's a part of a ministry that it's ongoing, so we're looking right now for ways that we can partner with other members of the community, some of the small businesses and that kind of thing, for including others in loving their city.
That's Pastor Nick Hyland from Grand Ledge Church of the Nazarene in Grand Ledge, Michigan. Keep listening this morning for more of our conversation with Pastor, or you can get more info about our Church of the Week on our website, which is just like our name, shine.fm.
Jeremy Camp with Same Power on Shine Worship with Don and Steph.
And it's time for our Church of the Week, where we get to connect with churches in our area and get to know them a little bit better. This week's Church of the Week is Grand Ledge Church of the Nazarene in Grand Ledge, Michigan with Pastor Nick Hyland.
All right, Pastor Nick, why don't you share a little bit about the in-reach opportunities available at your church?
We are just about to launch a 40-day discipleship study that we'll go through as a church. That's a great way to become connected. That happens at the end of September. We've got Wednesday night ministries and Sunday night ministries for children, youth, and adults. There is always some sort of a fellowship event, a potluck or that kind of thing taking place, at least on a monthly basis. And then we have various outreach ministries as well, Easter egg hunts. There's lots of opportunity to get to know people. Sunday school is a great opportunity. All kinds of ways to connect to the people of the church.
That's Pastor Nick Hyland from Grand Ledge Church of the Nazarene in Grand Ledge, Michigan. Keep listening this morning for more of our conversation with Pastor Hyland, or you can get more info about our Church of the Week on our website, which is just like our name, shine.fm.
I felt it first when I was younger.
Good Sunday morning. We're Don and Steph.
And it's time to wrap up our conversation with our Church of the Week with Pastor Nick Hyland from Grand Ledge Church of the Nazarene in Grand Ledge, Michigan.
All right, Pastor Nick, share a little bit about what contemporary Christian music or shine.fm means to you and your church.
It's an alternative. It's a different story than what we get on other stations. And it's something that we can live into as a way of growing in our faith and as a way of expressing our faith. One of the things that's been most encouraging to me is that our worship team singers are mostly teenagers, and they're the ones bringing us new song ideas. They're hearing it on the radio and they're wanting to do them. So that's been encouraging to know that not only are they engaged in worship in the church, but they are engaged in worship on the radio or other means outside of the walls of the church as well.
Man, we love hearing that. Thank you, Pastor Nick Hyland from Grand Ledge Church of the Nazarene in Grand Ledge, Michigan. Keep listening this morning, or you can get more info about this week's Church of the Week on any of our previous Churches of the Week. You can visit our website, which is just like our name, shine.fm.
WONU HD1, Kankakee, Chicagoland, WUON Morris, Shine.fm.
A ministry of Olivet Nazarene University.
89.7